Population, 1,200 people. Status, small town. I am here at a very haunted location. One of Iowa's most haunted. Malvern Manor.
This isn't creepy at all.
Whoa. This isn't creepy. So this is the, I guess what we call like the main lobby area of the place. So when the place was initially built, we know it was like the 1870s, primarily as a hotel. It was servicing the railroad, which just sat a couple hundred yards that direction, which is now the Wabash Trace. That hiking and biking trail or whatever. So we do know that this was the fourth structure built in town. So the town kind of expanded and built around this place, really. This was like the hub of the town. Multiple personalities, schizophrenics, people that had in fact murdered others in the past. I mean, it was a very odd population of people under one roof, especially by today's standards. And the place only closed in 2005. Oh, wow. So it's not that long ago, really.
Yeah.
So it's just very interesting to me, like how the population was what it was. Yeah. But we just kind of chalk it up to the fact that it was small town, big heart. We don't want to turn anybody away. We want to help as many people as possible. Very interesting EVPs upstairs of a gentleman spirit calling himself the captain, which was interesting because that's what everybody called this guy, was just the captain. Nobody called him by his actual name. It was just the captain. So when I initially got those EVPs, I was like, well, this guy thinks a lot of the nonverbal patient who would always sit in that wheelchair over there.
That exact one?
That's the one, yes. And he was either in this room or out on the main porch area out here, depending on the weather, obviously. Like I said, he was nonverbal, so he wouldn't speak, but he always had a little radio that was always just pressed up to his ear. And he would whistle and hum along with the tunes on the radio, which is very, very cool. So a lot of times in this room, you will hear disembodied whistling and humming. And with the acoustics being the way that they are, I mean, that sound really carries. So it's, especially when you're here by yourself, it is very unnerving to come across something. Yeah. But this wheelchair does seem to have a mind of its own. And it will move, like, when I show up usually in the mornings or whenever, I'm usually grabbing the wheelchair from either over here by the door, over here in this corner, because it has since moved. And so I always put it back. I always put it back in the same spot. Now before, back when we had Wi-Fi, we had a camera set right here, just an infrared night shot security CCTV type, camera, and it was obviously just taking a pretty broad stroke of the room itself, and you could constantly see, because we had a live feed set up, that anybody could get on the website and check out what's going on. And this thing would move all the time. I always keep my mouth shut when it comes to stuff like that, especially hearing stories about people. This is one of the main rooms that we were getting activity in.
I saw this in the show.
Yeah.
I watched the episode.
Oh, okay, cool. But this was like, this is what we call Gracie's room. Now everything, like from that initial night that I was telling you about when we were filming, like everything is exactly as we found it. That's why, we have the tape marked right here where the wheelchair sits. The bed is exactly how we found it as well. The glasses that sit here on this little makeshift nightstand. Now, obviously, the dog and the Snickers bar or whatever have been added, in. And that dinosaur-looking thing, maybe? I don't know. But yeah. But other than that, everything else is exactly as we found it. Very, very interesting. So, we know that Gracie was one of the more exotic cases. We know that she was multiple personality, schizophrenic. She had a lot going on, you know, upstairs. Many times they said that they would hear male voices coming from Gracie's room. Now, for obvious reasons, they had to check that out. They didn't want a guy in a girl's room. And so they would open the door and just find it was just her sitting here. But she could manipulate her voice that much. Now, one night they said they sat in here with her for 1 hour, the staff, and they counted 13 different personalities that came through her. Now, that is paramount. As far as cases of multiple personalities, I don't even know what the actual term they use now, but it's not multiple personalities. I think the most on record that I've personally seen is 21. Wow. So I mean, for her to have 13, that's huge. Very, very interesting. So this is where the nurses' station sat. Obviously, there's still names and stuff on the med cabinet. Now, any information regarding any specific medications that these people were on, that has been removed from the house. HIPAA violations, and we do not want to step on toes. You know, we just don't feel like pissing anybody off. But
directly, this person was here and they took this.
Yeah, exactly.
Members, descendants probably wouldn't like that.
We do know that, whoever the custodian of records was did not do a very good job. So we own some office space in Omaha that we, have all this stuff under lock and key. So we removed it out of the building. Where the majority of people are experiencing the shadow figure, the shadow man, or whatever. So obviously, when we took over ownership of this place, I called my buddy Johnny from Villisca.
Yeah, that's where we heard about it. Well,
and
we were in there for once again.
I was yelling at the TV. That's Johnny.
He's like such a good dude. I love him so much. And, it's kind of like at that time it was like having a new toy that you just want to show off to your buddies. So I'm like, dude, you got to come.
Right.
Like, take a couple hours and just walk around by yourself, have some fun, whatever. And I think it was maybe 45 minutes. And he was standing about where I am now and got, like, bum rushed is what I call it, by a shadow figure. What's interesting about it, is a lot of people are experiencing the exact same thing. And it's always from the back right-hand corner over there, and it's always a shadow. And from that distance, from there to here, it travels less than a second, and it's right up in your grill.
Jeez.
Scaring the hell out of a lot of people and sending them running for the hills, Now, what's really interesting then is I'll show you down here. So these actually are those 2 locked rooms that I was telling you about that are rented out for storage. Now, obviously, when we didn't want to displace anybody, when we took over, so we figured we'd just keep those contracts in place. So they are locked. There was a gentleman who was in this room, that lived in this room, when it was operating as like the group home type setting. So the last leg of its life, He was 6'7", very mentally deranged, had in fact killed people in the past. His little claim to fame, every hour on the hour they would do bed checks and rounds and things of that nature. It's very common practice, This guy's little claim to fame was he would come out of his room and he would chase after whoever it was doing the rounds. Now it's interesting because it got to be such a problem. There was protocol put in place. Like they had meetings about this crap. What to do if this guy chased you. The general consensus was to run to the kitchen where we were just signing the papers. Run to the kitchen because he'll chase you that far, but for whatever reason he would never cross that threshold into the kitchen itself. For whatever reason, like if he just was tuckered out or whatever, I don't know. But that was protocol then, to run that direction, and that was it. I just find it interesting that in life that was this guy's claim to fame. That was his deal, you know what I'm saying? And then now we're experiencing this weird phenomenon with this shadow that's seemingly doing the same thing. I found it interesting that the two are very, very similar, and it's the same damn room. You know what I mean? It's very interesting. So I told her, I'm like, you may have answered 1,000 questions that we had. It's, So.
Yeah, that's pretty good size group home too.
Very much so.
Also.
The stairway is very, very weird. But this is like my favorite part of the whole house.
I like
Is,
stairs like this.
Yeah.
is the stairs. So, obviously, when we acquired the building, we wanted to know as much history, factual history as possible. So we ended up hiring a private detective, and he did a 3-week long investigation.
Wow.
Down.
Right.
And so you'll start to notice, and it gets more and more as you walk through, you'll start to notice these little stains and smears and things of that nature, especially like when you get over here, like the door, it seems to have some smears on it.
Yeah.
Especially around the corner here, it is very blatantly obvious that that is 3 fingers, like, and almost being pulled away.
Oh God.
There's a very big, nasty spackle here, but regardless, he did 3 separate tests on 3 separate sections of this hallway and these stains. Each time it came back positive for human blood. I mean, it is legitimate human blood. We don't know why it's here. We don't have a clue. We can only speculate what's going on, but it's very interesting.
Yeah, like why it didn't get cleaned up at the time and all those things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now, when we were downstairs and talking about like the captain, this is the area of the house that we are experiencing him the most. I don't know why. Like lately he's been saying some very, very cryptic type shit. Like, oh, I could be the captain or I could be more. This is what everybody calls Inez's room.
Oh, that's in black.
Oh yeah.
So again, like that first night that we were investigating, we were getting very, very specific answers. Especially when we were asking, hey, what's your name? And the voice that we were getting was of a little girl saying her name was Inez. Now, that's a very period name in and of itself. Now, she's saying Inez, she was saying the word Gibson, she was saying 12 years old, I mean, she was saying accident. Very, very interesting things. Now, it wasn't until obviously we got the report from the detective that we heard the story of Inz Gibson, the 12-year-old girl who was found hanging in a closet.
Oh.
It looked like an act of suicide, but the actual death certificate itself, it was ruled an accidental death. And I mean, that is a hell of an accident.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
If that, but at the same time, like, I don't know many 12-year-olds who are suicidal.
Right.
That's
yeah.
true.
Wouldn't even know what to do really.
Right.
Yeah. Especially
And
about
so-
the internet and stuff.
I mean, I could go either way on this.
Yeah.
Was it,
it-
was it a suicide? Was it an accident? Was
Yeah.
there some kind of wrongdoing
Yeah.
involved? Like, I don't know. All we do know is she was found by her brother,
Oh.
and they tried to revive her. They had 2 doctors trying to revive her and couldn't.
Yeah.
Like, she was just done. So it's very interesting. One night, we were in here doing that documentary or whatever, and we wanted to try some like sensory deprivation type crap. And so my wife is crazy. So she sat me in a chair and then tied me to the chair. So my arms are like behind my back, my legs are tied to the chair. I was blindfolded, had these weird earplug things in my ears. So I'm completely screwed in every way.
Right.
And I was hearing a voice, or what I was perceiving as sound. I was hearing of this little girl's voice. I couldn't make out anything she was trying to say. What was interesting about it is that the different pieces of audio equipment we had throughout the room was picking up the same anomaly. However, like the guy that was running the camera, standing right over here against the window, didn't hear a freaking thing. And he was not compromised in any way. So it kind of, asks another 1,000 questions as to even how we're perceiving the reality around us.
Wow.
It's very, very interesting stuff. Which is enough to send me out the door. I don't
Yeah.
fucking do
Yeah.
giggling
Yeah,
at
yeah.
all.
Laughing.
Oh,
I would say kids and old people. 2 of
like-
the creepiest.
yes, absolutely. And then a lot of that freaking like peekaboo type shit.
Oh,
Out of that
yeah,
room.
dude.
Oh my god. Like that weird stuff like around the, ugh.
Right. I mean,
It's so weird.
Cool place.
this place is just so big. Too.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. It looks big from the outside, but it really isn't when you're walking around.
This room here, this general hallway is what we call the scary hallway. It's just pretty much the general feeling is you're just not welcome. Like you don't feel welcome at all. And this room in particular is one of them. We call it Hank's room or Henry's room, and it kind of depends on the day and what he wants to be called. Like, he's just one of those kind of guys.
Grouchy old guy.
Oh my.
Yeah.
He does not like females at all.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. And we'll call you very, very vulgar names. Like, it's stuff that makes me blush. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
But again, everything is exactly how we found it, down to, like clothes in the dresser drawer. There's like fingernail clippings in this one, which is freaking nasty, like back here. It's so gross.
Yeah, that's gross.
So gross. But anyway, I guess we're trying to figure out and determine what would merit a haunting. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whether it's the clothes, the dresser, if it's the room, if it's just the house, what it is about it. And the one constant that we keep seeing is this place was home, to them. The asshole across the hall, whether you like him or not, you're still eating your meals with him. You're still, sleeping across the hall. It's family. At the end of the day, it's family. So these two rooms. These are definitely some of the more active rooms that we have here, 17 and 18. Apparently, when they were doing these bed checks, every hour on the hour, the guy over here in 18 pretty much had the whole process down to a science. He knew exactly who was coming up, when they were going to be here, how long we were going to be on the floor, and when they'd be back.
Oh, wow.
He knew it. And usually 3 to 4 times per week would come across the hall here in 17 then, and he would sexually assault the gentleman in 17. Some of the most nasty, gut-wrenching, like EVPs have been captured in these 2 rooms. Sometimes you don't even need the aid of a recorder.
Right.
You're just going to hear it.
Overwhelming.
Yep. And it is, I don't know. I don't dig this hallway.
Is this your least
I
favorite
wouldn't.
part of the house?
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
And actually, like, it just gets worse and worse the farther we go down. Like, it's terrible. So,
Jeez.
up here, guys, this is the attic.
Oh.
But the stairs are not fun at all.
Yeah.
So, like, on that episode or whatever, this is where, like, I was talking about the fire damage up here, and that's where Nick heard a dragging sound back here. And if you see back in these areas over here, I'll show you. This is where, like, they're kind of like these cutouts. Kind of like crawl spaces, and they're on both sides. Gosh, people are bringing all sorts of fun stuff. So, initially,
Nice.
So initially, every time that we would set a recorder up here, it was always asking for the same thing. It was asking for cigarettes and whiskey.
Oh.
So
Explains it.
we brought the Southern Comfort and the Jack Daniels. Now those bottles were full 3 weeks ago.
Wow.
And I'm not suggesting anything paranormal. I don't know how they're drinking and then navigating the stairs. I don't
Right?
know, but whatever. Now those Busch Light cans, those have been added in the past couple of days. This was not up here yesterday. So the group from last night probably put it up here, and that's fine. Most of the time we do hear, it's interesting, we do hear what sounds like a metal folding chair, like this, like being dragged across the floor. Yeah.
Even the camera feels a little different up here. Like, does it almost snap up here?
Whatever is up here, we know it just doesn't seem to enjoy people at all. It is very, very busy.
Wow.
Very busy.
Wow, yeah, it's definitely creepy.
I'm gonna show
For
these
sure.
stairs.
You gotta tell the stairs, those are intense.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
Right.
Yeah.
But we do know that there was like 4 separate fires in this place throughout its life, and this is the only fire historical things. We think this is probably from the 30s.
Oh.
There was a problem with a chimney and a flume of some sort that caused the fire. The only reason that we have this is the chimney.
Oh, okay.
The only reason we have it covered is because I don't know if it's the paint or what, but an IR light, it has a hell of a glare off of this thing. So covering it seemed to just take that away.
Right. You hold your bag, you hold your
Okay. Oh, my arm is wobbly. Okay. Might not make it past this, you guys. Creepy. So creepy.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you gonna be okay? It's like half a shoe fits on here. I don't know. Now we can just explore ourselves. I'm gonna see if we feel anything. So far I haven't felt anything. I don't know. Whenever I do these paranormal things, I never feel anything. The Lord is protecting me.
The water closet, no, it's just a... That's the monster shoes, yeah, look.
Okay. I like how they kept it as is. Keep the integrity of it.
Yeah. And
I like it. Makes it so creepy.
The light in these rooms are crazy. Couldn't even imagine living here.
I know. I wouldn't want to. Oh, no. This is not a working toilet. As you can see, there are shit stains.
This house is so big.
I know, it's
It's like
huge.
going and going and going.
Is there a basement? I wonder. Oh. God, I can't believe this guy did that. So the guy in this room, no, the guy in that room, 18, came over to rape this guy in here. Oh, that is awful. Yeah, I'm judging you. It's awful. Nice. I wonder if the captain's... If we can hear the captain? We can hear the captain? I don't think we went in this room. Got ashtrays here. This reminds me of the one in Velisca, the Axeman.
Oh, yeah.
Are you feeling okay?
Yeah. Yeah, my face is a
Oh God, do not lock me in here, whatever you do. Please don't lock me in here.
Oh, no, why?
Are you out of breath? Are you cold? You are nothing. Okay, so this is kind of creepy. It says, you are nothing in red lipstick. I don't know if, you have to ask if they did that or if somebody else did.
What's
And
with
it
the
says,
people like who do the organize of it?
I am everything buried alive. Oh, look, there's a hand washing thing there. This is kind of cool.
Old houses freak me out.
I love old houses. I mean, I've never lived in one, but I like it. Man, there's not much room besides the... There's a lot of bathrooms. A lot of rust. Man, this place is creepy.
It's so big. I really want to go.
Oh, this place is huge. The stairs are creepy too. We already went over here, didn't we? place is so creaky.
Oh, we go over here. This would be a freaky room to have.
This would be terrifying at night.
I know.
Like, don't even. I can never do an overnight one. I would die.
Oh, yes.
So Sarah said back there you felt the air was heavy.
Kind of. I was hard to breathe.
That's because you always have breathing problems. I'm just kidding.
Okay, this is the captain.
No, it's not.
He said it was.
Really? I don't. Really? Ew, I don't even. That looks like someone's tongue.
Think over how big this place is. That's
I know. It's shockingly big.
He's like, what if he lived in a house this big? There's just rooms everywhere.
Are you having trouble breathing?
I'm always just scared.
No, that's part of the. Sometimes it feels heavy on your chest. Really? It never affects me like that. I never get affected at all. These things are really, really clean. I want to go by the shadow. Jeez. That's cool. Television work. I like the orange. It's nice.
See, that's one thing I'm trying to figure out. When did, through the evolution of when everything happened, like when did this happen? Like, when
I
did
know.
this happen? Like, when you talk about,
It's
oh,
hard to
people
tell.
live there. But
It's interesting. Oh, this is the. Okay.
Oh, the girls know.
Wait, is her name Susie? Sozie? Okay, Susie.
Yeah, this room's so small.
Can you move a page for me? Turn the page. Maybe move the crayon. Move one of the crayons. If you're here with me, how about you move a crayon? Draw me a picture. What the fuck am I doing talking to a ghost? I'm so sorry. It's a nice ghost, so it's okay.
You don't like to be called ghosts.
Oh, I'm sorry. Spirit. Well, may God bless you and take you to where you belong. Is that bad to say too?
It's like people. Some people don't like certain things.
Move this paper. Some spirits are in denial.
Don't say that.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying you, Suze. There's that. Oh, Inez.
This room is so late and bright.
I don't think Inez hung herself.
You don't. Too young.
I think someone killed her. That's so sad. I'm so sorry for what happened to you.
Somebody put $1.
Take the dollar. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
That's Inez's dollar.
That's Inez's dollar.
The computer. Computer.
It's a,
Oh, everywhere.
oh yeah, it's a 3D printer, I think. I'm gonna bring you a 3D printer, Inez.
I guess this room has.
Oh, Burger King hat.
Kids love those hats.
Man, this place is creepy, but it's so cool. The place has so many rooms.
I know.
I wonder what the total count is. And carpet on the wall. That's lush. These stairs, man.
These are expensive.
Well, her wheelchair's still where it originally was. Smells kind of good in here. Man, that's gotta be cool to be one of the first people to live here.
Yeah.
This is all you, Captain. This is your place.
We come in peace.
I'm gonna do a.
Be quiet for a second.
We're now gonna go. I hope the lighting's okay. We're gonna go the Shadow Man.
Now, what's interesting about it then is when they
We haven't been here. I wonder if this is the original. Oh god, I was like, what is that sound? Man, this is dancing floor.
Yeah.
It is soft. I wonder if this is the original bed sheet. I don't know. The laundry. Hey, these are fairly new.
Yeah.
Must have been in the 90s. We used to have this one.
Did you?
Something like that.
Well, that's one thing to have to do for like upkeep of the house, you know?
Okay, I guess. Be like store. Oh, look at this. This is like original compact. That's OG right there.
Wow, that's a hell of a computer.
Yeah.
It wasn't, no, that's just it. It was like late
Just giving a tour.
It was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah.
Gracie? No, Gracie?
Yeah. There's,
I don't feel anything sitting here. This is very creepy. Yeah. This is Gracie's room, apparently.
okay, so this is the hallway we want to see if we see the running man.
Oh god.
So I'm scared. Hold me. I'm scared. I'm scared. It's okay. It's okay. I get scared, you guys. It's okay.
She makes night vision.
Oh, yeah, let's just stand here for a second.
Maybe we should just go home.
Wait, everyone back over there. Do you want to be over there?
Move Gracie's a little bit. This is just a house. Nothing creepy about it, guys.
Wow.
This is spacious. This is like a what, a bathroom? No. Someone lives here. This is a room. Oh, fucking wonder this place is haunted. A door should not say 666. Are you freaking kidding me? That's the devil's number. Like, did you get that? Did you get that? 666. God, that is very cold. I wonder, do they have an air
It
conditioner?
seems like they only have heater in the kitchen. That's the only place that actually is warm. Wait, what's in
Oh,
the...
God.
Oh,
So they left their hair. There.
Oh, this is a creepy shot.
God. West America. Okay, I think we should go. I'm too scared to go.
It's so cold. It's so cold.
I wonder why. I forget where the captain hangs out. That first room?
Oh, look at this weird bathroom.
I'm not having nightmares tonight. I'm sorry.
I like this bathroom. I want a bathroom like it.
That's actually. Okay, I don't know what's in there, but I don't want to know. Oh, people write their names on here?
Kinsey. That's a...
No, thank you. I don't want to leave a part of me back here. Kinsey?
Yeah. Kezie. Like the Kenzie.
Oh, yeah. Alright, I think we can leave now.
Okay, yeah, I'm good.
so I really... Just seeing if I can get any orbs or any shadows on this camera here. It's coming out pretty bright, actually. What do you think, Sarah? Did you feel anything?
It's just so cold.
The entire time? I know it's freezing, but that's just how it's hard to be able to tell.
This, to me, is the nicest room in the house because it is warm. Watch your step. This is a huge kitchen. Please do not use kitchen sinks. Yeah, I would hope not.
We had to sign our life away. Here's the sign, a waiver just in case you fall or get hurt. They're not liable. It's not if you're dead.
Yeah, that attic, man. Oh, that attic is crazy.
Ooh.
A really big house.
Oh, he still did. Those were the windows that were the rooms.
Yeah. And man, even that's connected. The attic is somewhere up in there, that vent up there.
Oh, there. That is the hallway we went through.
I bet that's the guy's room that's locked off. Somewhere in there. So yeah, this house is very big. Well, obviously it was a nursing home. It was a home for the mentally disturbed. So this house, it housed a lot of people at one time or another.
So we just finished our tour of Malvern Manor. And wow, a lot of history, a whole lot of history in this house. And I don't know, I didn't experience anything like creepy. I mean, obviously it was creepy because it's creepy. It's a creepy old house. But I didn't experience anything paranormal. I didn't hear anything. But we'll watch the footage back and we'll see what we captured. So yeah, thank you for watching and have a good day.